go. Sounds like it's all working. Great. Good morning. For those of you who are already here, lovely to be here. Our sound is on, so that is good. We've still got 3 minutes. So, hi Nick, how are you? I know Kaz is watching. Maybe Rosanna, welcome. My usual beautiful Tess, maybe Janelle. Maybe Vic up in the Northern Territory, maybe she's watching this morning. Give us a shout if you are new to the live stream this morning. Exploring procrastination. I think we all know what that looks like. Excellent at it. So, we're going to have a beautiful practice. So, if you're here, just lie down on your back and rest. Oh, good morning, Alice. How exciting. Our beautiful friend Alice. She's a brilliant poet. So if you're in Shavasana, make sure you're warm if you're in the southern hemisphere because it's cold. Hi Joe. Oh, Joe is one of my regulars on Mondays. We've got kids crawling all over her. Or like Tess, you might like to sit up. Tess likes to sit up, so for the test, so this is a little love one to you. So it's now called a pass, let's begin. So come into a position that allows you to breathe slowly and deeply. And we're going to begin by observing the breath. So this is in the spirit of a meditation that I did this morning with a teacher called Felicia Tomasco, which was about self-acceptance. And part of that struggle we have as procrastinators is a lack of being able to accept where you are. And so you get busy to push down whatever it is that you're needing to get to but wanting to avoid for some reason. So as you sit and settle, become aware of the breath. No need to change it. Just start to notice the breath moving in and out of your nose. In particular, you might like to focus on the space between the nose, the nostrils, and the top lip, and start to become aware of the coolness of the breath moving over the top lip, in and out through the nostrils. And draw your attention to the out breath in particular. So every time you exhale, allow yourself to soften, gently tugging your mind back to the present moment by focusing on that out breath. You may find, as you continually draw your attention back to the out breath, that you can relax your navel, in particular right underneath, about 2 finger widths underneath the navel. So keep allowing yourself to release in your center. Noticing thoughts crowding in, and again returning to the sensation of the breath moving in and out of the nostrils and over the top lip, and focusing on your out breath. Now that you've fully arrived, let's work with some pranayama, and we'll work with the Ujjayi pranayama, which is a breath with sound in the throat. Sounds a little bit like a Darth Vader breath. You can hear that a bit like this, like you're fogging up a window, but with your mouth closed. You're breathing in and out through the nose. Your Darth Vader breath doesn't have to be angry, just a little side note there. You can actually do a really feather-light Ujjayi breath, which is a technique I learned from a master teacher called Bud Sheridan, who is just divine. His instruction of pranayama is to keep it really feather-light and soft in the throat, so only you can hear it. So it's quite an internal breath. Ujjayi pranayama is a warming breath, and it's a breath that really supports you to focus on the present moment. So let's take several rounds of Ujjayi pranayama using our prana equal part ratio breath. So in for 4, out for 4 this morning, and we're going to do 5 rounds of that. I'd encourage you to sit up now if you're lying down. So pop one up to a seated position with the spine straight. Inhaling and exhaling. And here we go. Eyes can be open or closed. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And breathe in and out for 4. Last round, in and out. Close your eyes and bring your palms together at your heart. If you prefer and you're more comfortable, keep your hands resting in your lap. We'll take a moment here to connect with an intention for our practice as I take a minute to pop back and join you on the mat. So as you connect with your intention, bringing your palms together, just gently bowing your head, namaste, and welcome. Close those all. Interlace your hands above your head. You can kneel or sit in crossed legs and reach up and out of your waist. Lift up really tall, lift your chest and then drop your shoulders. Reach, expand the chest, drop the hands down. Slide over onto one side with your feet tucked out to the side. Drop your hand next to your feet, up and over, and open the side of the body. Lift up and out of the side and lift up and out of the underside as well, reaching up. Reach up tall to start with, straight, and then gently incline over, reaching up and then exhaling, reaching up and then exhaling, and the other way, reaching up and over, coming all the way back up onto your knees. If that's uncomfortable, you can always stand up like this. Reach the arms up, change your grip, other finger and thumb in front, and reach up, inhaling. Drop into the hips, reach up high and release. Drop your hips the other way. Hand towards the feet, reaching to the floor. Reach up through the side of the body and then over. Feeling that really strong restriction, that stuckness almost in the side of the body. Inhale and exhaling. So we're working with this idea of stuckness today. We're going to really start to wake up the lower parts of the body and bring power into our third chakra, this part of the body here, to start to allow ourselves to access our will and our intentions without needing to push or force. And release, and coming up onto the knees again. Bring your hands onto your lower back, breathe in and exhale, squeeze the hips forward. Inhale, buttocks back to the heels. Exhale, squeeze. Inhaling back. And exhale, squeeze. Inhale back. We're going to do 6 of these babies nice and brightly. And 1, 2. Breathe out through the mouth. Do 4 more. 1 and 2. Get moving. 3 and 4. Well done. Come back onto the knees or sit on your bottom if it's uncomfortable on your knees. Inhale, draw your arms over the head. And exhale, come all the way forward into child's pose as you breathe out. Inhale, reach up. Hold the breath and exhale. Inhale, coming up. Squeeze and exhale down. Inhale, back up. Hold on to the breath as you inhale. And then when you exhale, you're letting your fists come together and you're dropping your elbows down beside you. So you don't really have to breathe the breath out because the force of your elbow dropping down to gently sort of press into the side of the body will help that air expel. So it's like this. In and out through the nose. We're going to do 10 of these. Ten more. Very nice. Roll the shoulders and come onto your hands and your knees. Inhaling up into your cow pose. Exhale into cat, getting some movement right down into the tail. Inhaling, opening the chest. Exhale, squeeze the belly and tuck the tail. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, tucking up. We're now going to combine cow pose with dog pose. So coming up and back as we exhale, dropping down, inhale, exhale, dropping the knees down, inhale, exhaling, dropping the knees down, inhaling, opening the chest, exhaling back up, dropping knees down, inhale, open the chest, exhale all the way back up. Hold here for 5 breaths. Press the floor away from you. Press the seat to the sky. Bend the knees a little bit. Get some buoyancy and some contact, particularly focusing on feeling the balls of your feet. Let your knees start to direct themselves over the middle of your toes. Press the floor away and lift the belly. Start to notice the area in and around the navel as you exhale, squeeze the belly. Inhale, fill the belly with air. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, fill the belly with air. One more. Exhale, squeeze the belly. And walk forward. Fold forward. Very nice. Hanging the head down. Reach up nice and tall. Inhale. And exhale, bring the hands back down. Again, squeezing this area of the body. Lower ribs drawing down. So you're lengthening the sides, bringing the front and back body together as we breathe in. Reach up. Exhale, squeezing in, tail dropping. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, reaching up nice and tall. Exhale, squeezing the front body to the back body. One more. Inhale. And come all the way down. Yummy fold. Bend the knees. See here how my hips are coming quite a distance away from my heels. See if you can lean toward the balls of your feet and lift your hips so that they start to engage the hamstrings, but also so that your hip bone is in line with your heel. So we often do this forward bend and we're way back here, but we can increase the depth of the stretch by bringing the hip in alignment with the heel. See how that feels for you. So you're using your hands to support you. Oh my God, it feels so good. Now I like to do chair pose with my feet hip width apart to accommodate my little pot belly, which I love. Or some of you will prefer to practice with feet together. So choose what you prefer because we're coming into a round of chair pose. So you're folding in and we're sweeping arms up, inhaling. Drop the hips down. Exhale, fold down. We're going to count the breath here. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold here in chair pose, letting your tail drop down toward the floor. And then again, lift the navel and engage the area between the navel and the sternum. So you're drawing the front body into the back body as the tail drops. If it's too strong on your shoulders, keep your arms out like so. Lift the chest if you can. Reach high. 3 more breaths. Introduce your Ujjayi breath again, your Darth Vader breath with sound. With the mouth closed. And come down. Very nice. So I'd really like you to take a moment here to rest. And by rest, I mean actually just sink down through that forward bend. Inhale, lift the chest forward. Roll the right leg, step the right leg back, rolling the outside edge of the foot to the floor. Inhale, coming up into warrior one. Exhale, squeeze the same area of the belly. Inhaling up, palms forward. Exhale, squeeze the belly. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, squeeze the belly. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, squeeze the belly. Drop the front hip, knee a little further. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze the belly. Inhale. Lengthen the back leg. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Very nice. Turn the toes forward, heels in. Raise arms up. Inhale. Exhale, fold all the way down. Fingertips coming underneath your shoulders. Make sure your hands aren't together, that they're wide. So you've got some space to bring the chest forward. Same instruction again. I'll just scoot sideways to show you. In these forward bends, it's really easy to come out of the forward bend slightly by taking the hips back, as you can see here. So what we want to do is bring this big, lovely hip joint over so that it's coming over the heel. Notice the difference as now you bring your hands under your shoulders, not back here and not so far forward, so under the shoulders. Squeeze and lift the arches of the feet. Lift from the inner heel right up to the inner thigh, so squeezing the inner leg. Oh, gosh, feel a little shaky this morning, ladies and gents. Now bring your chest forward, your crown forward and your tail back. You're drawing forward and back at the same time. Really embodying those principles of yoga, which is to yoke equal and opposite forces. So we're very active here, even though it doesn't look like a very strong pose. Bend your knees if you need to. Watch our tendency to pull out of the pose, the integrity of the pose. So lifting up. Now you're going to fold on down. Bend your knees if you need to, no problemo. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold as flat as feels realistic. Inhale, letting the chest and the spine elongate, all about lengthening in the spine. In our yoga practice, that's the point. So notice here how my hips are just wanting to sneak on back. I'm going to keep drawing them forward as I fold. I'm not going to hold here with you for 5 breaths. Draw the shoulder blades back. Flatten the front body to the back body and focus again on that space in between the navel and the sternum, the solar plexus area. 2 more breaths. And come all the way back up. We're going to turn back to the front foot. Just doing a little time check. Drop the knee down and stretch the hamstring just a little bit more, coming up onto your fingertips. Draw the toes back, tuck the tail a little. Come all the way forward into a quick lunge. Step forward, fold into your forward bend and inhale, come up. Drop the tail a little bit, lift and squeeze the perineum. Exhale, palms together. And stepping your left foot back. Inhale, raising the arms up. Exhale, squeeze into the belly. Left hip coming forward. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, open the chest as you breathe in. Exhale, squeeze the solar plexus towards your spine. Inhaling up. Exhale. You can use your Ujjayi breath. Gently, gently. Squeezing into the back of the throat. Squeezing the belly. 2 more. Last one. Yum. Now I'm going to just turn my back to you because I'm going to go back into that forward bend. Woo! Hello. Come down again into your forward bend, so you're folding beautifully. Again, I'm doing it again, so as I lean back, I can feel my hips moving away from my heels. I'm going to lift them up and over. I feel more stable in the pose, and I feel more engaged in the pose when I do that. Then I'm inhaling, lifting and lengthening my spine. And as I fold, I'm squeezing, lifting from the arches of my feet, my inner heels, right up into the inner lines of the body here, squeezing into this beautiful solar plexus center, into my power center. Lifting up, lengthening the spine, and exhaling, fold. And come all the way forward again. Drop your left knee down and stretch out the hamstring on the right side a little bit more. Squeeze the belly. Very nice. And coming all the way back onto your bottom. So we're going to do a boat pose variation here, which is really lovely. So we're coming down, interlace the hands behind your head, bring the knees into your chest, inhale, and as you exhale, extend your feet forward. Now, higher is easier, okay? So we're going to hold with the legs straight, both legs straight for 2 breaths. Then we're bringing one leg in for 2 breaths, going back to 2 straight legs, and then bringing the other leg in for 2 breaths. And that's our sequence. So let's do that together. Remember, this gets too hard for you. Put one foot on the floor and just alternate like that. And don't worry about doing both legs, or take your legs higher, okay? Or bend your legs in the air. Really important to look after your lower back. I was having this great conversation with my friend Kaz, who hopefully is watching, about really being kind to yourself in your yoga practice now is actually practicing yoga. So pushing through the twinges and the pain you feel is, you know, it's really not that compassionate, and really that's what we're looking to cultivate. So be really kind here in this pose if you find it challenging. We're engaging the core. So here we go. Inhale. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit further, exhale, straighten the legs and take the arms over your head. That's a lot stronger, or you can take your arms by the side of the body rather than interlacing the hands behind you. So inhale, exhale, hold. You can lift the shoulders. You can take the hands behind the head. You can take the arms behind you. Bend the right leg, 2 breaths. Straighten both legs, 2 breaths. And other leg, 2 breaths. That's 1 round. And straighten both legs, 2 breaths. Bend the right leg, feeling it. Straighten both legs. Bend the left leg. Rest if you need to. Last round. Both legs straight. Squeeze the knees, bend the leg. And straighten. And bend. And straighten. And lower down. Oh, and just feel that big release as you rest here for a moment. Just letting everything settle. Raise your arms over your head. Interlace your hands. And as you exhale, reach the elbows strong and reach your knees strong. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift the chest. This time as you exhale, bring the side ribs down the body and feel how that engages the front and back body again. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, extend the sides and let the floating ribs draw into the navel. And release. Bring the knees into the chest. Raise your head and gently rock over your spine. And let's come up. So we're coming into camel pose. So we're coming up onto the knees, bringing the hands behind us. So for some of us, our camel pose is here. So let's do this version all together. So we're rolling the shoulders back, lifting the chest up. You can even use your thumbs around your rib cage to get the breath to start with. So let's breathe in and feel the hands expand. And as you exhale, draw your elbows together and lift your chest. Slide your hands down onto your lower back. Inhale again, lift the chest. Exhale, draw the hips forward over the knees and lift the chest. Keep drawing the hips forward. If you feel safe, you can then reach back to your feet, lifting the chest up, lifting the head back, otherwise keeping the chin up. Wherever you are, squeeze this part of the belly in toward the spine. So navel and solar plexus drawing inward as you keep elevating the heart to the sky. You can even take your head back. That's a little bit strong for me today. Gardener's neck has replaced crafter's neck. And let the hips come all the way down. Release the feet. Rolling all the way down. Head to the floor. Let the shoulders melt. And rolling back up. Come into a seated position. And we're going to fold forward. So you're sitting in cross legs and your heels are as far apart as they can be. This is Sukhasana pose or easy pose. If rolling forward becomes a bit challenging for you, you can use your hands here to rest your head forwards. We're doing a long stretch forward. We're folding over the area that we've just opened, this area of our center of power and our will and our sort of confident self sits here in the Manipura chakra. So we're going to fold in and bring some protection to that aspect of ourselves here. So you can also engage in a mudra by holding the right thumb and forefinger around the wrist behind you, bringing them together toward one another and folding into the pose. If you've got a book or a block, you can rest your head on the book or block if that feels better on your neck. If it doesn't feel good coming forward like this, as I said, rest your head in your hands. And as you lie here for 5 breaths, allow yourself to get quite heavy and focus on the out breath. We'll take 5 more breaths here. And 5 more. And gently roll all the way up. Take the hands back behind you. Lift the chest, lift the chin, forehead parallel to the floor. meant to say forehead parallel to the ceiling. Release the chest. Bring your right hand onto your left knee. Bring the left hand behind you, but instead of again leaning out of your center, use the fingertips to elongate the spine, twisting from here. So as you twist around looking behind you, relax the shoulders and gently draw the solar plexus into the body and hold here for 3 breaths. Reach up, interlace your hands the other way than you did at the start. Reaching up and out of the side of your body, relax the shoulders. Turn the little fingers, that's us. Turn your little fingers to the wall behind you. Drop the left hand onto your right knee. Elevate the spine, relax the shoulders, twist. Hold for 3 breaths, squeezing into the solar plexus on every out breath. Ujjayi breath, welcome. Looking back to the center. Sitting up tall, bringing your palms together. Take a moment to bring your intention back into your mind. To allow it to float away as you become aware of the physical sensations in your body. Notice if you feel physically different to how you did at the start. Maybe a little lighter and brighter. Some more energy propelling you forward. Notice if you feel different emotionally. Maybe there's a smile playing around at the edges of your mouth. Notice if you feel different mentally. Maybe there's a little more resolve. Take a moment here in our last few breaths together to focus on the space above your head. And as you do this, you may feel a tingling in your body or you may see light. This is your connection to the spiritual realm, the space around you, and the interconnectedness of our mind, body, and spirit. So reside here in the space above your head for a moment as you allow your intention to permeate your being. I hope this class has got you deciding to maybe take a holiday from Procrastination Nation. Namaste, beautiful friends. I'll be back on Tuesday. Have a great day.